Surely a girl like that shouldn't marry beneath her class.
People don't recognize that class stuff anymore. It's a thing of the past.
You sound very sure of that.
I am. I read books too, not novels.
I know the kind you're talking about. But this seems to make you very bitter.
Because now I know how things should be.
So you're dreaming about a change in the order of things?
No, not dreaming. Waiting.
I have heard that before.
I'm the king of the world!
I don't like to work without the master.
I can't believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide.
Oh God, Book 2, starring George Burns.
You better start talking. Hey, chill.
Hey there, friends and family. This is Dan. I'm here at the Dan and Adam Are Afraid podcast. It is Sunday, episode 83. It's January 11th, 2026. I'm joined here, as always, by my French co-host, Adam.
Oui, monsieur. Dan, it is like 49 degrees outside. I am loving this. I am sleeveless again. Sleeveless in the wintertime. It's great.
Glad to hear that, Adam. It is cold. It was cold. I mean, it's only going to be cold for the morning, but I get what you mean. I get where you're laying down, dog. We're also joined here by the Honorable Mr. Jason.
Good morning, everybody. Happy cold winter outside day.
Cold in Arizona. And for the second time in podcast history, we're breaking the glass ceiling again. We're joined by Shawna.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, this is a special episode. We got more than one guest. This is a very rare occurrence.
This is a party, man.
What made you guys decide to hop on for, I guess I invited Jason, right? I was like, hey, dude, join for Holy Rollers. I have no idea what this movie's about, but hey, come hang out.
Yeah, same here. You said you're going to watch this movie and talk about it, and I looked at the synopsis, and it looked like something I was into, so I was like, let's do it.
And I was just here. So I was like, why not?
I'm just here. I'm also watching the movie.
I'm here.
Yeah, we watched it.
I'm surprised you guys made it in.
Same.
Because like you texted me and you're like, we watched 20 minutes of the movie, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I was watching it last night, and I got about 20 minutes in, which is like during the mocap scene, and I was like, oh, so maybe this is where they stopped and said, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
We actually did stop it and didn't rewatch, or continue until last night after our whole car fiasco. And I was worried that we weren't going to make it, but yeah, we did it. I unfortunately haven't had time to read about the movie.
It's like I haven't had time to watch the movie, but I made it.
I played it while I was sleeping, and I think I got the point of it.
For sure.
Well, I'm glad you two joined, and I don't have any really topics today to get into before the movie. I did write down two things. One was Cruelty Squad 1.0 launch trailer, but I have to assume I'm the only one who watched that. Is that right, Adam?
That sounds about right.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think I can confirm that is correct on our end as well.
Yes.
What is this? A game? This is a video game?
Never heard of it.
This is something we should have talked about on the Baby Invasion podcast, because it seems like was a heavy influence on it. But yeah, I guess we'll check that out next week, folks. Cruelty Squad 1.0 launch trailer. Check that out. And then also I wrote down the awful 1997 The Shining TV miniseries because Adam bothered me and was like, "Can you download this?" And I was like, "It's on Tubi." And then I downloaded it anyway.
Have you seen
you
that?
Watch this?
I've watched it when it came out. So I remember how cheesy it was. But no, yeah, me and my wife just finished Welcome to Derry, and you watch that show and you're gonna want to watch some Shining. But maybe I want to watch like a more Stephen King faithful adaptation.
With more cocaine.
Add as many automated Stephen King tweets as you can. Just robotic Stephen King tweets reading out here. Just all of them.
He just tweets about like the president now, right? Like that's his whole thing.
Tweets about all kinds of stuff. He's just kind of a dweeb. I'm fine with Stephen King. Okay, stop painting me in this corner.
Why are you such a Stephen King hater?
He's a.
Being such a hater right now.
Well, I mean, it's annoying that he doesn't like The Shining. He doesn't like any of his adaptations that are good. He's like, I only like the bad ones, and it's the ones I direct that are the worst.
It's true.
Yeah,
or involved with.
Yeah, that's true. The Shining. I mean, the Shining movie is great, and he's just mad that they didn't go along 100% with the story. It seems like
he's like, why weren't there maze lawn animals attacking them? Like, well,
so important to the story.
Stupid.
Well, first of all, that's stupid.
I don't know. And then my girlfriend just read It. She just got through that, and you know they have the famous orgy scene in that with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yes.
I was gonna say, does Shawna know about this orgy between the young prepubescent kids?
Yes, I do.
They like run a train on like the one.
Yeah, I've heard tell. Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. Stephen King's a weird guy. He's fine. He's whatever. Stop painting me in this corner.
Dan, number one King hater.
I did really like
King on my shirt right now. Literally, he's like, you're right.
Oh yeah. So Dan is wearing a Creep Show shirt.
I haven't seen Creep Show. I went to Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, or Kill Bill Whole Bloody Affair, and the ticket reception guy was like, who scans your ticket, was like, "Hey man, I love that shirt. You seen that before? You haven't seen that before?" And I was like, actually, I haven't. No. I was like, I just felt so bad.
I just really like the shirt. It's cool.
I just like Japanese lettering and horror shirts mainly. I'll be watching it this year.
You're like one of these Gen Z kids. They wear like Def Leppard shirts, Metallica shirts, and I made the mistake of being like, "Oh, you like Metallica?" And they just, I got that Gen Z stare, and I was just like, "Oh, okay."
Very true. My niece has a Def Leppard shirt on her like school picture, and I was like, "You know any Def Leppard?" She's like, "No."
Yeah.
I did really like Welcome to Derry, though. By the way, we just finished that last week, I think, and I don't know. At first, I wasn't feeling it, but after scary Pennywise stuff started happening, I was fully invested, and I love the way that it ended.
Does it actually end, or is there a season 2?
There's room for a season 2, but I mean, I think
they're going to go to like a different time frame, like further back in time, or maybe in the future. I don't know. That's kind of what I was thinking. That's what it looked like to me.
Well, I'll be forced to watch it. So
it definitely makes me want to rewatch the newer It movies, Chapter 1 and 2. Have you seen those, Adam? Or
we just did that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about Adam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually.
R.I.P. James Ransone.
Yeah, that was crazy to watch. I forgot he was in that, because like we threw on the second one just like while I was doing laundry, and then got lost. Ended up watching like the whole thing. I was like, damn, this is a good movie. Fucking love Bill Hader.
Yeah,
yes.
I love Bill Hader too. He's awesome.
Yep, him and James Ransone are the best. Well, the casting is the best part of those movies, except for Jessica Chastain is in that, I think. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Whoa,
And,
whoa! You got a problem with
what's the other guy? Wanted guy?
James McAvoy.
James McAvoy. Those just felt like casting choices you make because you're like, well, they're gonna bring people in. The rest of them seemed like really good, but those two I was kind of like, I don't know, it's fine.
There's only so many redheads in the world that can act, I guess, you know. She's one of them.
Yeah, I like seeing. Yeah, that's the thing with the other people. It's like I don't know who those actors are really. James Ransone's only a person you know if you're us or you watch The Wire or whatever. Anyway, it's enough of that. It's enough of the awful 1997 Shining miniseries that Adam still hasn't watched.
I've seen it. It's different. It's way too long. But it is pretty cool to get some stuff that was not in the Kubrick movie and see that filmed.
Yeah, it's just a lot more about like the alcoholism thing, and I think Jack is portrayed as like redeemable, right?
It's been a while. I don't really remember.
Right.
Like I think like at the end he spoiler alert. I think he destroys the
boiler or something.
The boiler, so it blows up the hotel. So he does have a redemption moment at the end instead of dying in the snow and being an evil entity at the end. So there's some differences.
I just remember the little boy with the bowl cut and like the awful buck teeth, and I just don't want to watch it every time I Google it, and his is like the third image that pops up.
I just don't want to see that kid ever again in my life. So.
I just don't want to see that kid. I don't know why they dressed him up like that. He looks like a Chucky doll. What else do we do on this show? I'm all out of sorts today, guys. I guess that's really it. We just get into the movie from here. We watched a movie this week, Adam. What did we watch?
Yeah, we watched Holy Motors.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Je suis prêt.
Can I take you home? Can I take you home?
Beauty.
There's no
Jimmy.
Beauty.
Harry. Beauty. Harry.
Can I take you home? Can I take you home?
Harry, he's disgusting. So weird. He's so weird.
Can I take you home, sweet?
Qu'est-ce qui vous pousse à continuer, Oscar?
Pour la beauté du geste.
La beauté, on dit qu'elle est dans l'œil. Dans l'œil de celui qui regarde.
Alors si personne ne regarde plus.
Who were we when we were who we were back then? Who will we have become if we'd done differently back then? Come closer.
Notre vie va changer.
Come with me now.
Go with me now. I'm gonna take you down. Go with me now. I'm gonna show you how. Go with me now.
Holy Motors is a 2012 French surrealist fantasy drama film written and directed by Leos Carax. Hope I said that right. And starring... Isn't it when it's French, isn't it? It's not Denis, right? It's like Denis Lavant and Édith Scob. Definitely didn't say that right. And then I'm going to read here what Dan has written down. A man boards a limousine to be driven to his day's work. 9 mysterious appointments.
Yes, Adam, we watched Holy Motors this week. This is a recommendation from our good friend, the big boss, MJ. all you get from me. There you go, MJ. That one's for you.
Yeah, like we said, this was directed and written by Leos Carax. I don't know why I'm putting that stank on his name, but
the fuck?
Leos Carax.
Famous Spanish director.
that's like the only. Yeah.
There's no taglines for this movie, by the way, folks. Too cool to have a tagline.
Yeah, I feel like that's
not concerned with selling to a market.
It's like going to a French restaurant and they're like, we don't do doggy bags. You can't take this to go. No taglines.
Doggy bags. Do you
Yeah.
guys do doggy bags here?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of nice restaurants you go to. It's like, no, you can't like take this to go. It's meant to be eaten here. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. I'm just making fun of your funny statement. Doggy bag. That'd be confusing. Don't you get like puppy cups and stuff for dogs now these days? You go to like a place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, sir, we don't serve dogs here.
Have you not heard the term doggy bag before, Dan?
I have, but only from like people from Oklahoma. So that's why.
Hey, that's why you got me here. So yeah, this was written and directed by Carax, and here we got some trivia about the director right here. Do you want to just jump into the trivia for the show, Dan?
Yeah. He was born in a commune in the suburbs of Paris, France. That's what you do when you're born in Paris, France. You grow up in a commune. He worked on a series of short films and did film criticism before, releasing his debut feature. Interesting to note, because that's what we're doing here. I'm going to be a director too, just like Leos Carax. He worked on a series of short films, and then he did Boy Meets Girl in 1984, also starring Denis Lavant. Denis Lavant, known for his poetic style and his tortured depictions of love. Denis Lavant, we know him from Mr. Lonely, and I know him from Beau Travail. Have you guys seen Beau Travail by Claire Denis?
No way.
At the end of the movie, you have him just crazy dance. It's kind of like the mocap scene in this movie where he's just crazy dancing. It's like a very stoic, like masculine, toxic kind of movie about, I think, people in the military. And then at the very end of the movie, he smokes a cigarette and listens to Rhythm of the Night by whoever that is. And he just dances like all crazy to it. And that's how the movie ends and goes into the credits. And that's kind of what Beau Travail is known for. It's on Criterion. Check it out. That's really the only scene worth memeing, but it's really good. So I did want to talk about a couple of his movies. I'm going to start off here with one of his movies, because this is the thing, maybe he becomes one of our guys. I don't know if he's going to become one of our guys, and that's maybe why we'll talk some of his movies here. But he did a movie called Mauvais Sang. I don't know how to say that. Mauvais Sang. It's French. It's aka Bad Blood, aka The Night is Young, from 1986. It was his second film that played at the 37th Berlin International Film Festival, also known as BIFF, B-I-F-F. It's about a near-future Paris that is struck by a mysterious STD called STBO that kills people who have sex without an emotional attachment. It mainly affects teens. It's an homage to the French New Wave cinema and a tribute to influences such as Jean-Luc Godard. Reason that sticks out is we need to get into Godard.
I'll move on to the next one here. He has another film of his we focused on with Lovers on the Bridge. It's a French romantic drama film, also starring our boy, Denis Lavant. And the film follows a love story between two young vagrants. Alex, a would-be circus performer addicted to alcohol and sedatives. Dan, you know what that's like. And Michel, a painter with a disease that is slowly turning her blind. The streets, skies, and waterways of Paris are used as a backdrop for the story in a series of set pieces set during the French bicentennial celebrations in 1989. The film became notorious for its troubled and lengthy production and for the amount of money it was reported to have cost. It has been referred to several times as the most expensive French film ever made at the time of its release, although this has been contested. The title refers to the... I was trying to pronounce this earlier.
Pont-Neuf Bridge.
Pont-Neuf Bridge in Paris. For various reasons, the filmmakers ultimately built a scale replica of the bridge, which greatly increased the budget. So this sounds like the water world of France.
People bring up lovers on the bridge. Let's start there. Shawna, the Honorable Mr. Jason. Have you guys heard of Leos Carax before, or Denis Lavant? Anything?
Nope.
Nope.
Is your
not
first?
At all.
I'm not
Have you
really
guys seen a lot of French cinema?
No, that's the thing. I'm not really a huge French cinema person. It's not for me, I don't think.
Yeah, same here. I haven't seen much French cinema.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the same boat. I don't really like French cinema that much, but I'm trying to.
Good for you.
Now, I'll tell you,
But Adam just keeps picking them.
somebody else who wasn't into French cinema last night was my wife watching this movie with me.
I can't believe this.
Oh man, so many times I haven't heard so many times asked, what is this movie even about? And is this all there is? I think it was the last time I heard those were when we watched Baby Invasion. It was just a lot of like, is this all the film is going to be? Yep.
Not for everybody.
I was thinking about the plot on this one, Adam, because you're doing the plot this week, and I was like, what an easy plot to do.
Yeah.
You really lucked out this week. It lays it right out there for you on Wikipedia.
Yeah. I just had to do a few little creative notes here and there. Talking about like French film. Yeah. Like I think I said it earlier where I think I am like a stereotypical like wannabe trendy American where I'm like, oh, of course I love French film. I think it's been like, yeah, like when we watched The Dreamers, I was just like, oh man, this is just all, this was me when I was like 20. I wanted to move to France and smoke cigarettes and be involved with two siblings who are both like weirdly into me.
I thought you were going to say intimate. Like, oh
intimate.
no.
Who are both intimate. Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to go to France. It's better than America, that's for sure. But I don't know. I'm still an American at the end of the day.
Sure.
See, we could go to France, join in with a protest, and that would be pretty cool. Like that, there'd be no me like walking away and being like, "Oh no, this is fascism." I'd be like, "Grab that bottle."
Where's my?
Yeah, that's the fun about French people.
In a fucking bottle drop.
This is fucking fascism in a fucking bottle.
Tokyo from 2008. Do you guys know Bong Joon-ho? Right, everyone loves Bong Joon-ho. Everyone loves some Bong.
Oh, yeah, I love
Bong Joon-ho and Michel Gondry. Michel Gondry. We love Michel Gondry on the show. He directed Human Nature. What was the other one?
Oh fuck!
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, sorry. My memory's been erased, so I couldn't remember.
Yeah. So there was an anthology film in 2008 before this one, directed by all three of them, and it was conceptually built around three non-Japanese directors writing and directing segments. Notably in Carax's segment titled Mare Day, you might recognize Mare Day from this movie, an unkempt, gibberish-spewing subterranean creature played by Denis Lavant rises from an underground lair and attacks unsuspecting locals in increasing brazen and terrifying ways. That didn't register for me when I took this note, but when I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, it's the same guy. That's what I'm watching. Like when he bites the fingers, I was like, oh, okay. I kind of want to check this out, but that was the best part of it. Probably the best part of this movie. We'll see. Annette from 2021. Have you guys heard of Annette?
I have.
It's an English language musical romantic drama film starring Adam Driver and Marion Cotillard. It's Carax's English language debut, so his first English language film, and his most popular film to date, having won him the Best Director award at the 2021 Cannes Film Festival. I had not heard of Annette, so yeah, I'm pretty biased, man. If it's French, I'm just like, oh, what is that? Who gives a shit?
Never heard of him.
Musical? I like Adam Driver. This is like right after he was in Marriage Story too, so like I don't know why I don't know what this is, but it is what it is. He recently did a 2024 movie called It's Not Me, which I thought sounded super interesting. A free-form, cut-up self-portrait written in the first person. The film features Carax rediscovering the figures from his oeuvre, traversing his 40-year filmography, revisiting decisive moments of his career, and capturing political evolution. It premiered at the 77th Cannes Film Festival. That's the only one I'm really interested in. He's directed a lot of stuff, but that's the only stuff I wanted to point out. Is like, well, we could watch these someday. I really like the concept of that first one where there's like an STD that kills people who have sex without emotional attachment. That's very Cronenberg.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's very like isn't it strange too how some of these like more artsy films on the outset almost have like, we've talked about this before with horror films, like a kind of I don't want to say conservative worldview, but things that I think like some conservatives could get behind, like, you know, not just having free flowing sex, but like. But I guess honestly, like a lot of conservatism about sex in marriage, so they would still.
I could see your family, your dad getting into holy rollers, holy motors,
holy rollers. Yeah,
I'm having issues remembering this title all week.
Holy motors!
Every time I type it in, it's like, is it holy roller?
Holy motor, yeah.
Yeah, holy motors doesn't really roll off the tongue as much.
What was that?
I don't think Holy Motors really rolls off the tongue as much as Holy Rollers, which is a much better title, but I guess that's... No one asked me.
I asked you just now.
Oh, you did. Thanks.
Yeah. Cinematography by Caroline Champetier and Yves Cape. 2 cinematographers on this movie. I didn't really dig into why, but interesting. Caroline Champetier did Tokyo, so shot the segment with the original Crazy Subterranean Man and Annette recently. Yves Cape did Dreams in 2025. Dreams. That one stars... Who is that? Is that Jessica Chastain?
That's Jessica Chastain, my man. You just talk shit about her.
I'm not talking shit about her. I just said that her casting wasn't like very original, and they're just like, oh, she has red hair. Cast her. That's literally it. She doesn't look that much like Beverly. Anyway, edited by Nelly Quetier. This is Claire Denise's editor. One of them did Beau Travail, Trouble Every Day, and La Chimera. Have you guys heard of 2023's La Chimera?
No.
It was a 2025, or not, it was a 2023 movie, but I said it was starring 2025, I should say 2026's rising hottie Josh O'Connor. You guys know who Josh O'Connor is, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
He's this year's hottie on the men's side. On the other side, you have Odessa Zion, I think. Those are the 2 sides right now.
That's right.
Music composed by Neil Hannon. Did Wide Open Spaces in 2009. Look into that if you must. And Lola in 2022. What can you tell me about Lola, Jason?
I know there was a song called Lola by...
Barry Manilow?
was it Barry Manilow? Yeah, I don't know shit about a movie called Lola.
Are you sure? I think Severin put it out, didn't they? Severin?
Oh, okay.
Google it.
So I've heard of this movie. I actually own this movie on Blu-ray. I just haven't watched it yet. Okay, thanks for reminding me. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So Lola, when you watch Lola, just remember that that same composer did the score for this one. You still look forward to Lola.
I've heard it's good. I've actually heard like in person from people that it's a really good movie, which is why I picked it up.
I'll have to check it out. I did like the music in this movie. I did like it. It didn't stick out to me though, to be honest. I can't like think of anything. I only watched it once though.
What about the accordions?
There's not many... Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
What about the accordion scene?
The accordion scene was awesome, but I was kind of falling asleep watching it, so I didn't give it its due. There's not many notable producers. I'll name them. Martine Marinac, Maurice Tinchant, Albert Prevost, someone called Jasbinder Singh Man, and then there is someone called Remy Burra. I wanted to point out Remy Burra because they are notable. They've also produced Antichrist, Lars von Trier's movie from 2009, Tomboy from 2011, which I love that poster for Tomboy if you've ever seen it. Melancholia from 2011, Nymphomaniac Volume 2 from 2013, Portrait of a Lady on Fire from 2019, Holy Spider from 2022, and Flow from 2024. Yeah, I don't know. I like to put some emphasis on producers. Remy Burra, shout out. You've produced a lot of cool movies. They're important. This is the reason why everything sucks now is because no one's producing movies. Shout out, Remy Burra. Another thing to note about this movie is it was not shot on film. Did you notice this was a heavily digital movie, Adam? Jason? Shawna?
Not really, no.
No, I mean, I didn't really notice.
No. Oh, wait, unless you're talking about the scene with the sex.
Oh, yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah.
That was definitely digital.
For sure.
Okay.
Well, we usually talk about movies shot on film on this show. Usually I can describe, it was shot on this kind of film, and, they use this kind of lens, and it was struck to this format, which you kind of can for this one. It was still 2012. We weren't completely in digital projection. That's something we talk about on the show is like, surprisingly, if you watched movies in theaters in 2009, 2010, going further back from there, you were probably watching it on 35 millimeter. Like, we saw everything on 35 millimeter for a long, long time, and it just phased itself out at some point with digital projection in like the 2010s, mid 2010s, and everyone just forgot. But we saw all the, I'd be like, I saw movie 43 on 35 millimeter. I love saying shit like that because it's just like, because today that's a brag. You're like, I saw Barry Lyndon on 35 millimeter at London Square, and it's like, well, I saw Austin Powers on 35 millimeter when I was a kid.
Brag.
So this was not shot on film. It was shot on a Red Epic. Let me do something real quick because I feel bad, at least on your guys' end. Let me share you a document. So we have a master document, and I'm going to share it with your direct messages. If I can figure out how to do that. So, Jason, I've sent you a Google Doc link. Feel free to click that. And this is what we're reading off of. This is the living document. Anyway, back to it. The reason I do that is because I have a picture of the Red camera in there. So this was shot on a Red Epic with Zeiss lenses, digital 5K source format. It was then changed to a 4K digital intermediate master for editing, etc. And it was struck to 35 millimeter Kodak Vision film and then standard digital cinema for theatrical releases. 2012. Unfortunately, digital projection was taken over. Carax was able to sway potential investors concerned with the film's budget by switching to digital photography, a film process of which he otherwise strongly disapproves. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? If you guys were like directors today, do you even give a shit?
I guess it depends on what type of movie you're trying to direct. Sorry. Talking over you, Adam.
Oh, it's all good. I think I was born in the digital. Start talking. I think I was born in like the digital age. You know what I mean? Like the first camera I had was a digital camera. Like obviously I had like disposable cameras, but they were disposable cameras. You didn't even take the film out. You just dropped them off wherever you're getting them developed. So like by the time.
La 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 la. That's you?
Oh yeah.
You're a digital boy?
I'm a digital boy in a digital world.
I agree. I mean, everything we do, I'm not over here with like feeding tape into like a tape machine or anything. Like, yeah, this is all digital, folks.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
it looked great too. Like, and just the convenience of digital, I mean, makes it desirable to use. I guess I don't know. There's definitely some advantages to film, but as far as like if you have a lower budget, or I don't know, if you don't have a bunch of money for film and super expensive cameras, digital can look great.
Agreed.
My example is always Nicholas Winding Refn's movies and film, because he'll do very digital productions because he doesn't have any money, and then he'll put like a really nice grain filter on it, and I think his are always really tasteful. So like you can still just add a grain. I do it on everything, folks. Yeah. You got a VCR filter. You got a you yassify anybody you want legally. You can take their clothes off on X.com, the everything app. I saw one recently that it was like, I think it was like, this is gonna be misogynistic. I'm sorry, Shawna, you might want to cover your ears. But it was Amy, what's her name? Amy Schumer with in like a thong and a bikini, and she's like doing the Ozempic thing now, so she's like really thin. She's showing off her body. She's like, hey, it's like Amy Schumer stuns in new photos. And someone was like, hey, Grok, add clothes.
Oh man. That is crazy.
That's my only joke.
I follow a lot of fitness pages on X, and there's a guy doing squats, and yeah, the first 10 comments was like, at Grok, remove his pants.
Oh god,
Jesus Christ,
it's bad. No one should use that site. I don't know why I do. At this point, I'm just on there to wait for the final bad news to come down, and then otherwise, I'm just posting our podcast link. I'm like, hey, check this guys out. Check this out. I'm sure we lure one person in a post. I love red cameras. They look cool.
Once we get our right wing grift going on, then we'll really be on X.
Yeah, if only I could. If only I could.
I'm not dumb enough.
I like
to be
red
a right-wing
cameras.
grifter. Sorry. Okay, yeah, red cameras.
I like red cameras. All right, I don't like being conservative red. Okay, Adam. All right. Red cameras are cool. I would shoot on a red camera if I was a director. So this movie looks great. One of the scenes that sticks out to me is the very opening when he's walking down there's many things, but in the very opening of the movie, he's like walking down the theater stairs, and you see these red lights kind of lighting everything up. I was watching kind of a decent copy, and it just looked really nice. I was like, ooh, I like the red glow over everything. So this was shot from September to November of 2011. So shot in 2011, feels like 2011. It was shot several spots in Paris, France. What a shocker. Adam, go ahead and read me that aspect ratio. I don't even want to be involved with it.
The aspect ratio is 1:85:1. What is that? Isn't that the Ernest movie we watched was also 1:85:1?
Everything is 1:85:1. It's really boring, so my note next to it is boring. Shoot in different aspect ratios, folks. This is a very boring. So 1:85:1, if you haven't listened to the show a billion times, it's very, very, very small black bars at the top and bottom of the screen. Otherwise, it's just full frame. They do it because they're like, oh, it's a little bit more artsy than just the full frame. But yeah, I don't know. Everything does it. It's very boring. I think last week we talked about Dogtooth, and I was finally like, oh, CinemaScope. Finally, someone using an interesting aspect ratio, and goes to show it's Yorgos Lanthimos.
Speaking of Yorgos, we just watched Begonia, and it was great.
Ooh.
And yeah, have you all watched that, Dan, Adam?
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. Sorry, sidetrack.
Oh, we can always
Begonia.
sidetrack for Begonia.
Can we talk about Begonia today instead of Holy Mutters?
No, unfortunately not.
I'm just kidding.
Sad.
We're getting to Begonia in 2027, so look forward to it.
Okay.
Hopefully your thoughts are well thought out by then.
I've got a list. I've got notes.
My friend watched Begonia yesterday too. I think it just dropped on a streaming service or something. But my friend just watched it, and he was like, "This is a bigger bummer than I thought it would be." And I was like, "Yep, told you. It's Yorgos. These movies are disturbing and sad." All right, I got a guy with the mower going next to me. So run time 1 hour and 55 minutes. Do you guys think this could have been shorter?
Yes.
I don't know. Like I didn't really I don't think it ever felt like it was dragging to me. I mean, some movies are an hour and a half, and like the whole time you're just like, what the fuck? It's only been 10. Like you look and it's only been 10 minutes, and it feels like an hour. But I don't know. I think the runtime to me was fine. Like everything kind of moved quickly, so it didn't feel like 2 hours.
Yeah, this is like one of those movies where, like the scenes are changing so often that like kind of like what is it? Synecdoche, New York doesn't feel like a long ass movie, but
I'm glad you brought up Synecdoche because this movie reminded me of Synecdoche, New York.
yes. Yeah, I mean, immediately like of watching it, I got the Synecdoche vibes, and I think I was locked into this movie within the first 10 minutes. I will admit.
I had a very similar experience with this one, with Synecdoche, where I just kept falling asleep and waking up, falling asleep, waking up, turning it on and off, going back and forth. This is a very fever dream aspect to it, where like narrative is out the window. If you're looking for narrative, good luck. If you're looking to understand what's happening, good luck.
Straight up, go fuck yourself because it's not going to happen. Yeah,
it could have been shorter. Like I think if I was a director, I would probably always keep my movies max an hour and 40 minutes. That'd be my max, just because I'm like I don't want to turn people off with length.
Yeah.
But I mean, I understand this is like 20th, I don't know, probably 15th movie or something. You could do what he wants, but it could have been a little shorter. I feel that.
Let him cook.
Production. Let him cook.
Somebody cooked in here.
Production company is Pierre Gris Productions, Theo Films. Theo Films also did Annette and It's Not Me, so one of his contemporary production things. So I wanted to talk about this real quick. I don't know if you guys noticed, there's a lot of title cards at the beginning of different production companies. This is very common for European productions because it's not Hollywood. They don't have big Hollywood money, so they have to pull a lot of people together, including people like Art France Cinema, which is a European public service channel dedicated to culture. Things we can't even imagine here. We just have like Das Führer TV or whatever now. Pandora Film, German film production company. WDR Art, German public broadcasting institution. Sophie Cinema 8, and then Wild Bunch. The only one I really wanted to mention here is Wild Bunch because they are also production companies for Southland Tales, one of our favorites. Che, which I haven't seen, and The King's Speech. The King's Speech is meant to be watched on a plane, folks. That's its intended aspect ratio is in between two people on a plane.
I think that's actually where I watched that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Have you guys seen The King's Speech since 2010? I'm convinced no one has watched it since then.
I don't know. I did see it twice in theater, but no, I haven't watched it since. But I would still stand and be like, that's a great movie. Have I watched it again? I'm surprised
it won Best Picture.
I'm surprised you haven't seen Che, Dan. It's Che. That's about our boy Che Guevara.
Che Guevara. Yeah, it's starring a guy from. He's like, I've had a few small beers. What's his name?
Oh, Benicio del Toro.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
So a few small
check it out.
beers.
What if it's not him? Am I racist? Is it actually not him?
No, it is him.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
It's him. Yeah,
Scary.
You're okay.
All right. Distributed by Les Films du Losange in France and Arsenal Film Verlet in Germany. So this was distributed by France and Germany mainly. Release dates, there are quite a few and they're all on Wednesday and I don't understand why. As an autistic person, I was just like, this is driving me nuts because every release date is Wednesday. Everyone's pointing to, for some reason, the releases are pointing to Belgium, the random July 11th date in Belgium, July 11, 2012. So everything's based around July 11, 2012 in Belgium. I don't know why, but it is. There's not much like, usually I go over like, what happened on the opening weekend? What was its competition? This had no competition. This movie was not made to make money. But in July of 2012, we also saw The Dark Knight Rises. Reason I'm bringing up some of these is I want to like kind of point to the budget of this movie. This movie had a budget of $4 million. Weekend box office when it opened was 18,866.
Nice.
So it made like no money. The worldwide gross to this day is disputed. It's either 1.9 million, just short of 2 million, or 4.2 million. And I think there's a conspiracy here. I think someone paid off one of these sites to say it made just over the budget. So that way, whoever the producers are like, oh yeah, we're fine. We made our money back. But they didn't. But the reason I say that is, this movie is very cheap, $4 million, and it did not make its money back really. Dark Knight Rises, for instance, in its opening weekend made $160 million. And to this day, it's made $1 trillion. It opened 4,000 theaters at the time. What other movies were in theaters? The Amazing Spider-Man, Ted, Ice Age Continental Drift, Brave, Magic Mike, Savages, Medea's Witness Protection, Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, and Katy Perry, Part of Me. If you remember the Katy Perry documentary, that opened with $7 million and to this day has only made $32 million. Opened at 2,730 theaters. This is kind of, whatever. But I wanted to bring up Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour.
Yeah.
That movie opened to 3,855 theaters, so like double the theaters. Opening weekend made $93 million to Katy Perry's 7. And to this day, it's made like fucking $261 million. So $250 billion.
Wow.
And just to give you an idea, like Katy Perry was not as popular as Taylor Swift. And I think Taylor Swift might be as popular as God now, as Jesus Christ.
She's bigger than Jesus.
She might be. This is crazy. Like that's so much money. And she's still promoting stuff for that. They're like, go to Disney Plus, you can watch more behind the scenes. It's the final tour, final show episode. And I'm like, God damn, dude.
Oh yeah, they
makes money, dude.
They had to do it with the Tortured Poets department. You know, they had to have that era in the tour.
God damn. Anyway, not to hate on Taylor Swift here, but I wanted to point out those numbers because this Katy Perry documentary that came out or whatever wasn't making the kind of money Eras Tour is making today. Also, The Avengers was still in theaters.
Wow. Jesus. Prometheus.
Yorgos Lanthimos' Alps, which we'll be talking about on the podcast at some point. That opened at $2,000. To this day has made a total of under 150,000 and only opened 2 theaters.
So. Jeez Louise.
Yikes.
Just gives you a wide variety. This one's, $4 million's not bad, but didn't make any money and no one gave a shit. It was Carax's first feature film since 1999. Carax said about the leading role, which had been written specifically for Denis Lavant, he said, if Denis had said no, I would have offered the part to Lon Chaney or to Chaplin or to Peter Lorre or Michael Simon, all of whom are dead.
It's a weird fucking thing to say.
Say that again in a French accent, Dan.
Pretty French.
No.
If Denis had said no. You have to have a cigarette in your mouth when you do that too.
I want you all to say Leos Carax.
Leos Carax.
Oh, it's time. Leos Carax. What do you think?
There you go. I think you said it best, Shawna. So there you go.
Thanks, buddy.
Leos Carax offered the part of Mr. Oscar's love from the past to his own former girlfriend, Juliette Binoche. According to Carax, they finally did not get along. He then rewrote the part, made it a singing character, and cast Kylie Minogue instead. It was French director Claire Denis who suggested Leos cast Kylie Minogue for the film. I watched an interview with Kylie Minogue, and she was just like, I don't know. There's not much to say about it, but she really liked Leos and said he was a really subtle director who let her do what she wanted to an extent. Because he was like, don't sing like you do on the pop records. Why cast Kylie Minogue? I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting to cast a pop star because it reminds you of Charlie XCX is about to be in a bunch of stuff right now. Who else? What other pop stars have been in movies that have been good?
Madonna. One movie.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Madonna.
Desperately Seeking Susan.
A few movies. Justin Timberlake was in Southland Tales.
Oh.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake awesome.
For sure.
I love him.
I guess he's a pop star.
Yeah, I would consider him a pop star for sure.
I'm being all gendered with mine. I guess there's male pop stars. Who else? So he wrote the part of the supermodel with Kate Moss in mind. So the supermodel being Eva Mendes. This is right before Eva Mendes did Place Beyond the Pines with Ryan Gosling and fell in love and got married and stopped acting for the most part. What a movie to almost go out on. Oh my God. I felt bad for her while watching this. I was like, what is this? All right. Ultimately went to Eva Mendes because Moss was about to get married and declined the part, I guess. Kate Moss. I don't know. The opening scene was inspired by a tale by E.T.A. Hoffman about a man who discovers a secret door in his bedroom that leads to an opera house. The initial concept started with a trend Leos Carax had observed where stretch limousines were being increasingly used for weddings. The director was interested in the car's bulkiness. From that grew an idea for a film about increasing digitization of society, a science fiction scenario where organisms and visible machines share a common superfluidity. Fluidity? It was ranked the 16th greatest film of the 21st century in a worldwide critics poll conducted by the BBC. Everyone loves this movie, guys. Like, this has a 3.9 on Letterboxd. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it.
We're going to talk about the plot. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, in theory, we could talk about the cast. We got the cast left, but I don't know how many people in the cast we're even going to recognize.
I mean,
Should we just do that?
The only people I recognize was Denis Lavant and Eva Mendes. In fact, that was like when I was like looking through movies to pick, I saw Eva Mendes on the cover and I was like, oh yeah, I want that one. Because I was a 20-year-old boy at one time, and watching Eva Mendes in movies, I was just like, oh my God, she's so hot. Like, and that was before, like, that was like with what, Hitch, I think it was. Yeah.
Hitch?
We're going to do that movie on the podcast sometime. That is
I'm down. I saw Hitch in theaters. I saw it on 35 millimeter.
I saw it on 35.
Yeah, that's
right. I'm being an asshole because Edith Scob or Edith Scob, she's the taxi driver, the limo driver. She is best known for her role as the daughter with the disfigured face and eyes without a face. So she's like doing a direct homage to Eyes Without a Face in this movie at the end. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, she's important.
On. Okay.
We're definitely going to talk about that movie soon. Kylie Minogue, I already referenced. She plays Eva Grace or Jean. Then you have Elise Lhomeau as Leah. Don't know who that is. Jeanne Disson as Angeli. Michel Piccoli as the man with a birthmark. I remember him because he has a birthmark on his face. And then you got Leos Carax as the sleeper. I think he's at the very beginning of the movie. I think that's Leos at the very beginning of the movie because he's trying to do the 8.5 thing.
Yeah.
Now we can get into the plot.
Give me a little sound drop, Dan. I need to feel it.
You better start talking. You better start talking.
So yeah, like this movie opens up with a man waking up in like what seems to be a hotel room, and it's weird. There's ocean sounds, bird sounds and all that, and he finds like a secret door in his hotel room, and that's when is it a secret door? It's not like a door handle though. It's more, what do you call that? A nut? There's like a. Who else
He's doing
uses
some weird Twin Peaks The Return shit where his hand is like turning into he's like he turns into like a crank.
Well, he has like a
He
socket.
cranks it.
Yeah, he has like a socket wrench on his hand, and he uses that to
He
like
sticks it on his finger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
that was
he-
weird.
yeah.
He fingers the door.
He fingers the door, and then he opens it, and so yeah, he wanders into a movie theater full of sleeping patrons. A naked child and several dogs wander the aisles. Oh God!
Did you just come?
God, Dan. And then we cut to like, meanwhile in Paris, a rich man is waving goodbye to his family, and then he gets into a white limousine. I love that scene because it's just kind of like he starts walking, and just the limousine, a black limousine, is following him, and there are like armed gunmen on top of the house, on top of a guardhouse and everything. So I don't know. Immediately, like, and that opening shot, like, is so beautiful because of the house, because it's just like a really weird, probably a postmodern style architecture. And
It reminded me of a boat because you see like the daughter. Okay, spoilers. You see the daughter, who I think is the daughter in the movie, in the round window. And then you're like, oh, she's on a boat and she's like sailing backwards. And then it kind of pans out and you see, oh no, it's his window and his house kind of looks like a boat.
Yeah.
And also you're intended to believe like, oh, this is our main character. This is the real guy.
Yeah.
This is who we're following. And he's going to be doing 9 appointments today. But no, we realize he's just one character.
Yeah, because
we're seeing another character.
Yeah, I still don't know if that's the
No, it's not.
I know. It's just one of his appointments from the night before, right? Is that?
There's 9 appointments, and they all line up. We don't know who this guy is. He ends with a bunch of chimps, and he starts here at this house. They're all appointments.
Yeah.
Okay. We can agree on that.
I guess we get some of his interior life as we go in the limo, I guess.
It seems like he's been doing this for a while, so that couldn't have been his house, and right, couldn't have been his daughter. We don't know what the fuck this guy is or what he's doing.
I know.
I was confused the whole movie.
That's part of it. Part of the experience is like you got to feel a film before you understand it. I think.
Sure.
I really want to watch it again, though, knowing what I know now about it. I was expecting some kind of
narrative,
logical, like plot or narrative to kick in at some point, but it never did.
There's a good time.
I'd love to watch it again.
It's a good time to ask this question I have, which was just, at what moment did you realize this movie wasn't going to explain itself?
It was the biting of the fingers for me. I was like, okay, this is how it's going to be. All right, I'm in.
I was still giving it a chance, like up until like probably 5 minutes before, and then I was like, really? Like I don't get anything. They're not giving me nothing that I can know, so I can know what the fuck just happened or what's going on. So yeah, I was following it, and I actually loved like watching the whole thing. I just was waiting for some kind of explanation of what the fuck is happening at some point.
Oh,
and it never came.
Let's start there before we get into the spoilers. Let's go one by one. Okay. Adam, do you recommend Holy Motors?
Oh man, I don't, usually I give like disclaimers to my recommendations, but no, I don't care who you are. Watch this movie. Like even if I think you're gonna hate it, I'm still gonna sit you down and be like, let's watch this movie. It's whatever. It's just about a guy in a limousine. Yeah, I think this movie is fucking amazing. I can see why it's why it's considered the 16th greatest film of the 21st century. I agree with that. Spoilers.
The Honorable Mr. Jason, do you recommend Holy Motors?
Yeah, absolutely. It was I loved it. Like the whole movie had me feeling confused and inquisitive as to what the fuck was going on, like I said earlier. But I loved it and would recommend it to anyone who watches anything other than Marvel movies and rom-coms.
And the decisive decision, Shawna, do you recommend Holy Motors?
I certainly do. I think that I'm a style over substance person. Not that there's no substance here, but I do like style. And there's plenty of style to pass around. So I would say yes, definitely watch it.
Awesome.
I don't like to work without the master.
Thank you, Shawna. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, and I think it's when he, it's revealed in the limo that there's like a, what do you call that? Like a vanity mirror. It's like one of those makeup, you would see it in a in a dressing room, like the mirror, and it has the lights on it. And he starts like, he starts brushing like a long gray wig. And I was definitely, when that started happening, I was like, what the hell? What is happening? Why does he have this long wig? Like, are we about to see some weird, I don't know. I was like, this is going to go into some weird sex thing, isn't it? It did not, but.
Well, it did, eventually.
He just begs on the street.
Yeah, he's playing an old woman beggar on the Pont, what was it? The Pont Alexandre III. Yeah. And,
all hunched over. It's just getting all poetic. Like, oh, they never give me money.
Yeah, like nobody.
I need money.
But nobody sees me. But I wish I'd have written it down, but it's like, but I still live. The whole time, like, narrating it. And then from there, we just literally like cut, back inside, we see another shot of the limousine going along, and, he stops at another appointment, which he gets out of the car and he's wearing a mocap suit.
Mm-hmm.
And that like, I think my wife was on her phone and she looked up, she's like, what the fuck? Like,
it's my favorite sequence here.
Oh yeah. The sequence is awesome.
We haven't released the episode we did on Body Double and Blood Simple, but we made like kind of like a good comparison between those two, between American film styles and cinematography and European film styles and cinematography. In this movie, you can tell it's that example too, where they're focusing on like the structure of the building and Denis Lavant climbing this large structure, going up the ladder. So it's in America, you very much focus on the character. If you go watch Marty Supreme, you're boxed in on Marty and his friends the whole time. You're not like looking at a whole structure of buildings or anything. But in European cinema, you see that all the time. Just want to point it out because this is my favorite sequence in the film.
Yeah, then we just get like this wild, just performing action sequences. And, there's a part like he gets on a treadmill and is like running with a gun. He's like, pop, firing off shots. But I think the highlight of this scene is when a woman in a motion capture suit enters and the pair start performing movements that are used to create sex scenes. And I don't know, I thought it was a very funny reveal when the sex scenes that they're, because like the way they're moving is really weird. Like you just think it's like some French dancing, like essentially, but when like you see what they're actually mocapping, it's like two snake creatures. And you're like, oh, that's why they keep like sticking their faces weirdly towards each other and like, wow. Like,
the contortion, I think she's a contortionist or something. Denis Lavant is also like pretty talented with his body. He's a body performer. He's like Charlie Chaplin. That's why he mentions those kind of people. But she I don't like contortionist stuff because I was watching the whole time and I was like, oh, she's gonna break her back. How is she doing that?
Yes, that freaks me out too.
The unnatural. What are you saying?
That freaks me out too. I don't like it. I'm like, nope. Please stop. You're gonna hurt yourself.
And then he's getting all sexual with her too. I was like, I don't even know if they're kissing, but like he's grabbing her boobs. He's like, I don't know. It looks like they're 69ing at one point.
Yes, it did look like that.
So I don't know. It was a cool scene. I loved it. That was my favorite scene in the movie. And here you can see why MJ maybe recommended this movie to us for two reasons. Maybe because we like Synecdoche and, also Baby Invasion. And this movie, if you ask Leos Carax about it, it's very much about, like, a lot of people will think like, hey, it's about movie making and cinema. But he's like, no, it's not about that. It's about like being online and the digitization of cinema, if anything. And I think it's interesting that he's like showing like a video game. I had thoughts on this because I was like, what even is this? Because what they're making is like, it's one of two things. It's either for a video game, and I'm like, why would they have this in a video game? Because it looks like a porn ad. And if it's a porn ad, why would they have mocap?
Yeah, I was curious about why they were showing the guy running with a gun too. Like,
yeah, that scene was cool.
They could have just well, no, and the motion capture, right? Didn't they have? Okay, yeah. Like, I want to see that scene in the video game or whatever the fuck this is. Like, how does that tie with the sex scene? Yeah.
It looks like a PlayStation cutscene or something.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of like Silent Hill 2 and stuff like Dino Crisis. Yeah, it looks like one of those cutscenes. Resident Evil. Anyway.
And after that's done, we get back in the limo on his way to another appointment, and this is when we're introduced to Monsieur Med, an eccentric and violent red-haired man who lives in the sewers, who also loves to like run around and grab flowers and eat them. Ask them if they speak French and eat them. And he comes across...
He's known for assault. He's known for sexual assault. Don't glorify him, Adam.
Well, and we get that because he heads to a photo shoot. And like, I love the photographer the whole time. It's just like, beautiful, beautiful, beauty, beauty. And he sees Mied standing there and he's like, oh, he starts snapping photos of him.
It's so weird.
His assistant walks up. Clearly, like they want to get him to do like a Beauty and the Beast type of shoot going on with Eva Mendes.
With Eva, yeah, Eva Mendes. She doesn't say a word in this movie, right?
No,
I don't think so.
She sings.
She doesn't.
At the end.
Oh yeah. Oh, she sings that. That's her singing. Oh.
Really? That was her singing at the end? Oh, I don't know that.
I think so.
Oh. So that's not a real fact then? It's not been fact checked? Okay.
Fake news.
Fake news.
And yeah, so he ends up kidnapping her, like in a very like he bites off the fingers of the photographer's assistant, which is fucking terrifying. Like that's like one of the things that's scary. Like if you want to get me in a movie and make me go, oh, just show someone biting off, fingers or toes, like that just immediately skeeves me out. And they retreat to the sewers, and
he throws her over his shoulder and scampers off to the French sewers.
Yeah, the French catacombs. And this is a weird scene where he like eats her hair at one point while Eva Mendes is looking just absolutely terrified, and like
I was terrified.
He put, instead of like this is what's weird. You mentioned he's known for assault, but instead of assaulting her, he puts her in like a burqa. Like he's like tearing apart pieces of fabric. He subverts your
expectation because he notices that she's like, "Oh, you're almost naked." He tries he almost pulls her top off, and then he just covers in this crazy burqa. That's nuts. The fuck.
I'm gonna go on record. I think this is my favorite scene. That character, I guess, not my scene, but like the character itself. I don't know why. There was something there. I was interested in what was going to happen next.
Did you just like the number of French boners on the screen for this scene?
Oh, I didn't even mention that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Was that a spoiler? Did I mess it up?
Spoiler alert. There was a giant, the hardest French dick you've ever seen is in this film.
Did they make him take like
Blue Chew
Viagra right before or something?
I don't know if that was his weird little French dick or if that was a fake dick. I don't know, but those red pubes were. I laughed at those. I was delighted by that.
That was
like,
fake penis. I thought that was 100%
I don't know if it's a
real.
fake penis, but those pubes were definitely fake.
Yeah, it was a merkin.
So it was a merkin.
Yeah.
It looked too gross to be fake. Was my thought. I was like, no, that's a male. That's a human dick.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't tell. It did look very real, but it could have been fake. I mean, we've been fooled before in movies, right?
It's true.
Is this in the trivia? I'm be looking for this. Right
Check it out.
Dickgate. Gotta find out.
You carry on. I'll figure this out.
Yeah,
that was a really cool scene, though. I mean, that character was
I think
scary and creepy. Wouldn't want to run into him.
I thought
and they even
disgusting.
They end up doing he wants to do a Beauty and the Beast like photo shoot, and they end up posing like down there, and she's all done up in her burqa, and he's just completely naked, like lying next to her, and like the way it's shot, it could easily be a painting or a photo, and I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, that's why I think I liked it. Obviously, again, not the penis part, not my favorite part, but all the rest of it was pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
People who wrote about Holy Motors were very impressed by Denis Lavant's erection, which was fake and designed to look like a dog penis.
Oh, that does make it kind of looks like a dog penis, yeah.
It does. I was a little concerned for him. If that was his real dick, I was like, oh, Lord. Sorry, buddy.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for that.
So the mystery has been solved.
Fact checked by a true American patriot.
So after that, we come into like what for me was kind of like, I'm not going to say the worst segment or like I don't know. I didn't like how it made me feel. So his next appointment, he's playing a father who picks up his daughter from a party, and he's in this old red car, and like an argument ensues because, at first he's like, oh yeah, she's got glitter on herself. She was dancing with all these boys. And they were going to give her friend Sonia a ride home, but instead, her mother came and picked her up hours, like an hour ago. And for some reason, he calls Sonia, figures out that like she didn't leave the party. Was that it? Or she left? She was still at the party? I forget.
She hid in the bathroom the whole time, right?
Well, his daughter that he was picking up, she hid in the bathroom the whole time. She didn't dance with anybody. You know, she was just being like, it's like me at a party where I'm just like, find some like place that I can go and just be like, yeah, I just hung out in the backyard and smoked like the whole time. I think we've done that at a party or two, Dan. That open mic night we'd go to. We just like hung out in the backyard the whole time.
I played a song there. I played the Willy Wonka song.
I read a horrible short story. So yeah, good times. But then the dad is pissed at his daughter for being introverted, and he's like, "We're going to have to punish you." And like that's I don't remember if they actually laid out the punishment, but yeah, like he's like, "We're gonna have to punish you. Get out of the car," and then he drives off.
Well, he says the punishment is having to live as yourself. Like your punishment is to have to be yourself.
God,
and then he fucking speeds away like he's an angry boyfriend or something.
Yeah. I gotta watch this movie again.
It's an interesting scene because, like, you know, this is maybe the first scene so far where you kind of think maybe this is where he breaks and he's actually talking to his daughter.
Yes.
But that's also not the case. It's just another appointment. It's another scene he's doing. And that's the whole thing. Like, and he gets in, I don't know when he gets into it with the guy with the birthmark on his face, but he gets into a conversation with him and he talks to him like candidly about what he's doing. And he says, "Hey, you know, some people say you're looking tired these days." And he's like, "Yes, but he's in love with the beauty of the act," which you hear in the trailer. It's in French, so you can't actually hear it, but he's in love with the beauty of the act. And yeah, the point is he's an actor doing all this stuff, and there's invisible cameras, you know, and Leos Carax is known for like criticizing like the thing that cameras used to be these giant things you used to have to carry around and be intentional with, and now cameras are smaller than your head, which you see earlier in the Monsieur scene where the guy's holding the camera in his hand. It's this tiny little camera. But yeah, anyway, not real, not his real daughter, and it made me feel bad.
Same. Yeah, I think that's what the point was, maybe. It's just kind of, this is normal life and this shit happens and here we are. Not so much the prior scene with the crazy sewer man, but this one was more like grounded in reality.
And maybe at this point you have your girlfriend or a lot of regular audience members asking, what is the point of this? And you have to ask yourself, what is the point of life?
You're referencing the scene when he's like talking with the man with the stain on his face. And
the birthmark.
And yeah, he says like he continues for the beauty of the act, and the man responds with, "They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but what if there is no one to behold?"
It's like this podcast where like 2 people listen. I guess we still have eyes, but one day we might not. No one will listen to this podcast, and we'll just keep recording it. But that's kind of like interesting. Like no one saw this fucking movie. It's kind of like the Mr. Lonely thing, where at the very beginning of this movie, you have a dead audience. Yeah, I don't know. Something there.
So moving forward, just a little bit. So while they're driving around in the limo, what's this guy's name? What's his character's name again? Oh yeah, Oscar. Mr.
Oscar?
Yeah.
Monsieur Oscar.
Monsieur Oscar. He yells at Celine to stop the limo, and he runs from the limo wearing a red balaclava covered with barbed wire.
Rock so hard.
As I said, like a GTA Online character. And he runs like so, and we see like there's a banker that looks just like he did. Like it's literally him from the morning, sitting there eating, and he runs up to the guy and he goes, "Banker," and like blasts him in the fucking head.
Brother, you skipped way ahead. We're skipping so many scenes.
Yeah, that's fine. You can bring them up.
That's fine. We're skipping the entire accordion in the church scene. That's like important. Most people point that out.
Well, then,
I like the. I really like the scene where the gangster, he has like the guy he's like gonna kill, and it's like a duplicate of him. It's like a doppelganger, and he ends up getting stabbed in the neck. That fucking rules.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The next one.
That really confused me, and the scene that Adam just brought up too, where he sees someone who looks like him. I was confused. I was like, "What?"
It's the banker from the beginning of the movie. The first guy we see, he kills himself again. Isn't that the case? Am I wrong?
Yeah,
You're right.
That's him, I believe.
You're right.
Mentioning, I also would just want to jump in. And that interlude with the accordion scene, that is like, I've watched that like 6 times today. Just to get like hyped up for the pod. I love that scene.
I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared. Yeah, I liked it too.
It's too bad they'll copyright strike you on Instagram for posting it. It's too bad they'll copyright strike you on YouTube for posting. It's too bad you can't do anything online anymore without someone trying to monetize you.
The man's always trying to get his money.
Maybe it's the theme of this movie.
Maybe. I just want to point out to the scene where he shoots himself, we can say, in the head, and he's like gunned down by the banker's bodyguards. One of them, my nephew was in the room for like my 13-year-old nephew was in the room for this movie, and I don't know if that's going to get me arrested or not, but one of the fucking security guards is like, aim for the crotch, and that was the only thing that my nephew ever like noticed in this entire film. Like I was just like, damn, you didn't even notice any of the things I was worried about. I was like, oh no, he's going to look up and see this penis. But yeah, he's just like, did that guy just say aim for the crotch? I was like, hey, good job, man.
Is he playing Brick Break? He was on his phone playing Temple Run. What do the kids do today?
They play. Oh shoot, I'm drawing a blank.
He's playing a slime.
It's like Minecraft, Roblox. That's what the kids are playing.
Oh no.
My other nephew has received like $150 Roblox dollars on his birthday from all of various people.
Roblox is weird. This is a big thing. That's here. This is as big as Minecraft. What happens to Mr. Vogan, Adam?
So yeah, So he also, another appointment he has. He's playing the elderly Mr. Vogan, who enters a hotel and gets in the bed in one of the rooms. Vogan's niece, Leia, enters and they talk about their lives and he dies. That could be a whole scene where like I definitely would want to, like in a rewatch, I would be like very like hardcore paying attention to what they're saying. I feel like you'd probably get a lot of hints about what this movie is about. I do not have those. Dan, do you have those? You have that transcript, Dan, of these that dialogue?
No, but I wanted to connect everything together. So it's like the daughter at the beginning, is that his niece too? Is he just obsessed with his niece because he's French?
I was thinking that too. Like when they, I thought maybe this was a scene in the future. I like the whole movie is weird. Like it feels like at certain points I was questioning what the fuck was going on. Like when he said, aim for the crotch, I was like, are these? Oh, and also spoiler, I guess this dude can't die. Like he gets stabbed in the neck, which you mentioned earlier. He got shot by the banker's security guards, and when they said aim for the crotch, I thought it was like a zombie movie, like that's how you kill him, aim for the head. But instead in this case it was like aim for the crotch. But yeah, when that scene happened, when Mr. Vogan was dying, I thought that maybe the girl was his daughter from earlier, but that doesn't really make sense. And it was in the future. I don't know. Like I said, this whole movie just feels like a weird
right
dream.
now. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. She's like uncle, or she's like my niece, and I was like, oh, that's right. I don't know. I want to connect this stuff together though, because but maybe it is all just separate elements, and it's me trying to make a face out of meaningless patterns.
The whole movie just feels like a weird dream with super weird dream logic, and it's something. It's definitely very interesting and something that I would recommend to people who are into weird shit. I
don't know why she strips down into her bra and panties, and then she's not in her bra and panties anymore, and then he dies. I don't get it. Then he goes to another appointment, and she's doing appointments too. She's like, oh yeah, I gotta go. Another scene we didn't necessarily, that I just want to mention is, when he gets gunned down in his balaclava, the limo driver runs up and is like, you're gonna be late, we gotta get out of here. He's like, oh yeah, okay. So he can't die. He's like Jason. Not the honorable Mr. Jason, but Jason from Friday the 13th.
So was that like a side appointment that he just wanted to do? Like that wasn't a real appointment? He just got out of the limo and was like, woo.
No, it was a real appointment, I think.
I didn't count all
You're
the
supposed to
appointments. I
do
don't
it.
know.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe.
I don't know, yeah, Celine even says, like, sorry, there's been a mix-up. So, yeah, who knows what that's... I do love that scene with Mr. Vogan when after he dies, Oscar gets out of bed. Like, you know, he's just like, she's still crying, and like he's just like, oh, gotta go. And yeah, like Dan said, he asked her real name, and she says it's Elise, and that she has another appointment. So there's even another layer of this movie where it's like, oh, okay, so this guy is acting with somebody else who's also not, you know, this girl who's crying, because she looks up and is just completely fine.
Everyone's living their own version of Cosmopolis in this movie.
Yeah, that's like, is everyone doing this? Is the whole world doing this? Or is it just these certain people? I don't know.
Holy motors.
Dan, holy I think that's an interesting like thing to say, Shawna, because it's like, with, you know, how small and digital all these cameras have gotten, yeah, it is like we're all performing all the time. So
I think they're saying like the idea was like internet personas. So like everyone's like got an internet persona. Everyone's got their limo. From the outside, it looks like a cool and normal, but you can't see inside. And so that was like, I think the metaphor he was getting at literally was like everyone has their own online persona, their online presence, but you never see the interior life.
Okay, I'll buy it.
And
movie figured out.
Solved it.
Movie figured out. Podcast over. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, I think you could probably pull a lot of meaning of this whole movie. Like, you can latch onto a lot of different scenes and connect a lot of dots. But yeah, it's fucking weird, man.
And it's not over yet. Keep going.
It's not over yet because his limo is almost hit by another white limousine whose female passenger he recognizes. Now, still in his pajamas, Oscar asks if they can talk. And she's like, do you have 30 minutes? And they go to the abandoned oh my God, I should have like practiced. La Samaritain building? Maybe if I stopped trying to do an accent, I could just say the word. La Samaritain building.
Let me jump in here real quick too. I thought that this was actually going to be a 30-minute scene. I checked the clock and it said 30 minutes left. And she said, you have 30 minutes? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, so this is going to be 30 minutes. I was so disappointed when it wasn't. When it just went past in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But then you didn't get monkeys at the end, so
yeah.
Give and you take.
I did like, yeah.
Spoiler
like
alert.
Oh.
And so yeah, the woman, Jean, says they have 20 minutes to catch up. Well, we said 30, but on the past...
Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue. 20 years before her partner arrives, and she will play the last night of an air hostess named Eva Grace. As they ascend to the roof of the building, she sings a wistful song that indicates she and Oscar once had a child. And then Oscar leaves her, and avoiding her male partner on the staircase, guy comes up running, Jean. He returns to his limo, and that's when we see that Eva and her partner have jumped to their deaths on the top of the building. And then he lets out a really anguished cry and runs past them and directly into the limo as he does so. My nephew found that to be hilarious, by the way. When the guy's like, whoa! Like, he was like, what is that?
It is absurd. Yeah, it is absurd. Do you guys think this is real? Do you think this is another break where you thought maybe this was real? Because I think a lot of people who watch this movie even now think this is like a real scene.
Yeah, I think it's a scene within a scene. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if any of this is real. So I think it was a scene within a scene for me.
You don't think they actually jumped to their deaths?
That definitely happened. We saw it.
I think, yeah. I mean, they jump to their deaths, but then they like don't die like Oscar. So it's just a play.
Yep, goes back to
dream
again
in real life.
Are we all
kind of question mark?
Yeah.
You guys ever seen Wrist Cutters: A Love Story?
I don't think I know.
All right, we'll let that pass.
Okay, done.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I like this scene a lot. I like the little song. This is another one of my highlights in the movie, and Kylie Minogue's really good in it. If only people had given her more shots.
And then we get to everyone's favorite when he enters an apartment, and we see this all like through the outside of the from the outside perspective, where his wife and his children are chimpanzees. I don't know what else to. I don't know, Dan. Do you have much else to say about that? Because I loved it.
Well, I like how tired he is. He's really tired. He's like, oh god. He's like Ben Affleck out there with the cigarette on the street. That meme. And he's like, oh, I gotta smoke a cigarette. And he goes inside and he just hangs out with his wife and kid and stares out the window. I thought it was really beautiful because you have I think it's like a pink glow behind them as the camera pans back. I really liked another one of my highlights right there. I love the chimps. Although I was thinking the whole time, like, what if they got mad? And also I noticed one of them was smiling at one point, and when they smile, it's not good. So I was like, oh, he's a little stressed. A little stressful.
God, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, they're going to rip your face off. Watch out.
They're going to rip your dick off. Watch out.
They love to rip your dick
There's little buff dudes. They're little Joe Rogans.
They are.
Like, I don't want to fuck with them.
No.
I think at that scene is where I was like, all right, this movie fucking rules. Like, because prior to that, I was so confused, and then I was like, all right, I guess we're not getting any kind of I think that's probably the scene where I decided that we weren't getting any kind of explanation, and it just is what it is, and it's fucking an awesome group of scenes all kind of tied together.
It's like an anthology or something. It's like a bunch of short films. Because they're played really seriously. You almost believe them when they're happening, and then you're like, oh, it's an end scene.
Yeah.
And we have the end to our Celine. What happens to Celine, Adam? At the Holy Motors garage. Holy Motors?
So yeah,
Motors.
We finally get it. Celine drives up to the Holy Motors garage, which is filled with other limousines. She parks, places a teal mask on her face, and leaves. The moment she's gone, the limousines begin to talk to one another, expressing fear that they are outdated and unwanted. I think that's the movie as far as the plot goes.
That's obviously very referential, self-reflective to have the cars concerned about that. Because I think at this point, Leos Carax, he hadn't directed a movie in over 10 years. It was 2012. He's an old director that made some cool movies in the 80s and the 90s. And coming back in 2012, which was the year of 303 and stuff. I don't know. He must have been I am outdated. But this movie came out and people loved it, so it was a good end for him, even though it didn't make any money. Have you guys seen Eyes Without a Face?
Eyes Without a Face. No.
Heard the song, never seen the movie.
Yeah, I love the song. Haven't seen the movie.
Never seen the movie. No.
I need to. It's like the main Jess Franco remade Eyes Without a Face 4 or 5 times. Including Faceless.
I have seen Faceless. I didn't know it was a remake of Eyes.
You didn't know it was
Face.
You didn't know he keeps making them over and over again. Yeah.
Wow.
I know he made 300 movies, but there's quite a few of them that they're all Desaad adaptations, or they're fucking just replays of Eyes Without a Face.
All right, we're gonna do Eyes Without a Face again.
One more time.
I don't know. He's such a weird director where it's not so much about the, I'm sure it's not so much about the final products as it is just his oeuvre.
Good French.
The patterns within his work explain his work more than the films themselves. Much like Leos Carax.
Indeed.
So the song, which song were you talking about earlier that you thought that was sung by Eva Mendes?
There's at the end scene, she is singing a song to him, it seems. Like almost like he's her that's child laying on her and she's singing to him.
Okay.
A little song.
Curious. Sidetrack.
Okay.
Since we're talking about the end though, I thought I might bring it up.
Okay.
There was a song toward the end that I was reading the captions and it seemed like profound and maybe it was going to explain the movie. So I rewound it and read the captions as it was singing to see if I could get any meaning of what was happening or what the point maybe is. But it never came. It's a nice song, and I'm sure it was placed there for a reason, and I'm sure the lyrics are intentional. But it still doesn't really tell me what the movie was about. Lovely singing voice, Eva Mendes.
Oh, that wasn't her singing.
Oh, it wasn't her singing. Okay.
It's a man.
I know. I thought you were saying it was her singing. All right, never mind.
Okay.
I'm confused.
It's okay. Is it possible this movie's about reincarnation and like living different lives? And the port wine man was like a godlike figure? Because where did he come from? And why was he in the limo?
Have you guys seen Cosmopolis?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No.
Love it.
I don't know. That's an interesting because I haven't really. I just watched this movie. Like this is one you'd want to watch and rewatch like 1 or 2 times before you talk about it on a podcast. But it's not what we do here. We watch things at the last minute and then we come out and we're like, this is. And I usually watch if I'm struggling. Like last time I struggled this much was when we watched 3,000 Years of Longing. Because I watched that and I was just like, I don't even know what I think about this. So I had to watch a bunch of YouTube videos on it. And also, I want to point out the trailer to this movie reminded me of that one because they yassified that trailer and they yassified this trailer to make it sound like it was like something it's not. I thought the trailer is ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. The reincarnation might be a part of it. I think there's a lot of elements. I think he was trying to do something wild and wild swing like directors do. Like 8.5 is a good comparison. What other movies did I think about while I was watching this? Well, I thought about Cosmopolis. I thought about Baby Invasion. I thought about Aggro Drift. There's several points where we get a random infrared through the front windshield of the limo. We see like infrared or we see night vision randomly. I thought of the shrouds, especially. So something we didn't bring up that's super interesting about this movie is they go to the graveyard. I don't remember what scene it was, but he's at a graveyard. And if you read the gravestones, it's all like, hey, visit my website. It reminded me of that meme I posted like a week ago that's like, kids these days will never understand that Dizzy Gillespie doesn't have a website. But that reminded me of the shrouds, because the shrouds is very much about like, a cemetery and technology around a cemetery. And then I thought about the Brave Little Toaster with the cars at the end.
Nice.
Like, am I outdated? Are they going to send me into the junk machine?
Oh, but you don't want
trash
to go.
compactor. Yeah. Shout out Van Dyke Parks. All right, that's all I got to say about this movie. I'm going to go down the line. Adam, did you like this movie? Yes or no? I guess we already answered this. I guess what we'll do is recommendations. For people who like this movie, what would you recommend that's similar?
I mean, I'm just going to be predictable because I've already said it, but Synecdoche, New York, I think it kind of touches on similar themes about like, being about creative. Like if that's the, the interpretation I took from this movie, and maybe it's wrong, but it's being about like acting and movie and filmmaking, which you said, like Dan, like the director said it wasn't, but because of like that lens I have of filmmaking, I'm going to also say and this is the second time I've recommended it out of nowhere, Inception, that because it also is like a film about filmmaking. All the different characters in that movie represent different aspects of making a movie. And yeah, I know it's not like a super niche film or anything, but Dan, I really like that movie. I watched it recently.
I fucking hate Inception. Fuck that movie.
Yeah, but you're a godless heathen, so.
I don't like to work without the mask.
The Honorable Mr. Jason. What would you recommend that's similar to this movie? If you liked it, let's say if you did like this movie, what would you recommend that's in addition? If you didn't like this movie, what would you recommend in its place?
I did like this movie, and I can't even think of any other movie that is similar. This movie wears a lot of masks or a lot of faces, I guess, and there's a lot going on. I kind of felt when I was watching that it felt like a David Lynch movie, like maybe a more mysterious one, like Mulholland Drive,
Lost Highway,
or Lost Highway. Yeah, Lost Highway or Mulholland Drive. But it's, David Lynch movies like those, I at least felt a little more like I could connect what was going on in some way, even though it was still a mystery. This one, it was very mysterious. But yeah, that's the only kind of other movies that I would compare it to, because it's its own thing. It's definitely unique.
I would say like that's a good thing to bring up, because that was a David Lynch quote I said earlier, which is like you should feel a movie first before you understand it. Yeah. And then Shawna, what would you recommend that's similar to this movie?
You actually already said it. It was Cosmopolis. And it's a lot, obviously, because of the limo and living a life within a limo. So that's the one I can think of off the top of my brain.
That's okay. It's okay. I named like 6, so you can steal one of mine.
You took all of them.
I'm gonna say Eyes
ones.
Without a Face. I have to.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. That's the show, I think. Is that all we do here? What is the next thing? Oh. Basically we get into next week's movie and then we get into the end. So next week's movie is my choice. I get to pick it. And I have decided, Adam, do you know what I've decided on?
Oh boy, I don't know.
I always add it to the letterbox list early, so I'm always wonder if people pay attention. No one does, though. But it's on there right now. We're going to be watching 1998's Gaspar Noé debut film, I Stand Alone. It's a French psychological drama art film that is known for having a segment that's like, it's about to be really fucked up. Leave the theater in the next 15 seconds if you don't want to see this. So I love Gaspar Noé. It's been way too long since we've talked about him on the podcast. Last time we talked about it was like Climax. That was either in the 50s, maybe 40s on this show. It's before Spring Breakers.
Yeah.
We're almost at episode 90 right now. So yeah. Fuck.
So
we're watching Gaspar Noé.
That's some French cinema. We were trying to figure out some French cinema we've seen earlier, and I guess that's considered French cinema, right? I've seen
Gaspar Noé.
Yeah, I've seen Irreversible and Enter the Void, and they were both pretty badass movies.
Somehow this has become a French month, but that is what it is, folks. A lot of French movies this month. But I'm excited. I love Gaspar Noé, and in particular, my favorite things about Gaspar Noé is his style. He has such a distinct style, and I'm really interested to see how this translates in his first movie. This is one I always thought Severin was going to put out, and I assume they will. I think they're going to do a 4K of this one at some point. It's still not widely available, so expect this to come out from Severin Films probably pretty soon, next few years. But that's it, and I want to thank our beautiful guests, Honorable Mr. Jason and Shawna. I'm really glad you guys joined us. I don't have a nickname for you, Shawna, yet. I'll figure it out.
Okay. I'll wait patiently.
Do you want to figure it out right now?
No.
We could do that. I mean, yeah. But thanks for having us. It's fun. This was I've seen the cover of this movie before. The poster or the artwork of the cover, and I have never watched it, never heard anything about it. So it was really cool to see a movie that is recommended by someone that I actually really, really liked a lot, that I'd never heard of. And it's been out for when did it come out again?
2012.
Yeah. So
Ish.
Yeah. 14 years
So thanks
ago.
for having us. Thanks for recommending.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, MJ, the big boss. I got a sound drop for you here somewhere. It's just always the same one because I think it's there and it's not. Sorry, MJ. Yeah, but thanks for joining us. It was really fun to have you guys on. Wasn't sure if you were going to join, so I was delighted when I went to log on and saw a new entry. And also, you're in the Discord now, Shawna. So I know we're all like 30s and 40s and shit, but like, yeah, post in the Discord. Join. We didn't fucking mention it, Adam. We didn't fucking mention it at the top of the show.
Damn it.
Join the Discord. Like the show. Leave a review. If you leave a review, we'll read it on the show. Join the Discord. Chat with me. It's in the description. That's it. That's all I got, folks. You got some words of wisdom?
Everything that's been in the Discord for the past week have been like French boners. So I've been staying away all week. I don't know who's posting all those.
Oh my God.
It's me.
JK.
Adam, do you have any words of wisdom? Do our guests have any words of wisdom for our audience that's stuck with us for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours?
Oui. That's all I got.
Oh.
This is a French podcast now.
Yo, we from the planet Jazz. We're here to take over your honky asses, including you, host of the show.
Jazz alien Quado Mano invented the Big Five sound.
Yo, we're taking you to hell. You could be in hell, bitch.
White monkey.
See, the thing is, Adam was shocked when I started talking about Nation of Islam on the show like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, I don't know why you're shocked. I planted this in our show. It's in every episode at the end of the show. Dude, it's going to suck when we get copyright struck for that, but we haven't so far. I think we're going to fly under the radar with that one, but it's on every episode. I also wanted to mention, I forgot, but I had sampled in Unsolved Mystery stuff for us today, and I forgot. This is the 90s.
Do you know
theme.
this kid that was abducted by some guy?
We gotta be like... And that's when I went down to the farm, to the shed, and I saw a little guy in there.
To this day. Sorry, that was my Robert Stack impression.
That's pretty good.
Tonight, on Unsolved Mysteries, is it a carnival?
Jaunty
I love the
tune.
Unsolved Mysteries fucking themes. Like every track is amazing.
Yes, they're so good. Like so serious, like deadly fucking serious.
So good. All right, I should stop recording now.